to my channel. Today we'll be talking about finding your purpose. And I'm going to try to keep this less than 15 minutes. So let's get into it. Finding my purpose in the earth. Sis, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Right? If you look up the word purpose, it says, and I'm going to read it from Google Dictionary. Purpose is the reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. So in our purpose, we're trying to find, why do we exist? Why was I created? Why did God put me here? So of course I asked myself this question growing up as a teenager, as a young adult. Now I kind of have a clue of what my purpose is. I'm kind of walking in it now. It's all about perspective and it's all about mindset. So at 16, and some of you know my journey when I was about to commit suicide, I was asking myself the same question: what is my purpose? Why am I here? When I turned 21 and wanted to commit suicide again, the same question came up: what is my purpose? Why am I here? And I was constantly seeking these answers. I've always been a spiritual person, so I've always been seeking God to tell me and show me and lead me in the right direction. So I'm 34 now, and I think I know what my purpose is. I think we make the mistake of trying to have it all figured out when we are a teenager, when we become a young adult. At 21, I was just like, I need to have this together. I need to have A, B, and C, and D. And nobody ever told me it's going to take these other steps to get to where I needed to be. So finding my purpose was a true journey. So I did a little bit of everything. And one of the things that I'm truly blessed with is I can do whatever I really want to do, whatever I put my mind to. But that doesn't mean that that was my calling, that that was my purpose. It's just that you are skilled in this area. You're skilled in certain things, but this is not what you are called to do. Does this excite you? Is this your passion? Is this something that you get up in the morning wanting to do every single day? I've always loved to sing. I love writing. I love helping people. I like to encourage people. I created a nonprofit. If you're on this channel, of course, you already know I am the founder of Live It Out Inc., we're a nonprofit where we encourage people to live their best lives. We encourage you to live out whatever it is that has you bound, whether it's depression, anxiety, mental illness, bipolar, whatever your issue is, a illness, whatever it is, we encourage you to live it out, because you don't ever know how God is going to bless. You don't ever know who is going to come in your path that's going to have the answer to your question. But if you don't see that thing through, then you will never know. You cannot give up in the process. So finding your purpose is a process. It's not something that you're going to have at 14 and 16. It's not something that you may even have at 21. Like I said, I'm 34 and I'm walking in my purpose now. And in actuality, I've been walking in it the whole time, but I didn't know that this was what my purpose is, if that makes any sense. So all the while, I've been encouraging others. I've been, giving them props, making them feel good about themselves. And that's kind of what my purpose is to encourage you. Like doing this, hopefully this is encouraging you to not give up on your purpose. There are going to be some bumps in the road. It's not going to be a smooth ride. If you can skate through life and have a smooth ride, I don't know how you pulled that off, but I need to know what you're doing. Because life is not going to be always, it's not going to always be a smooth sailing, a smooth trip. It's going to be some hiccups, going to be some bumps, it's going to be some times you feel down, going to be some times you feel like giving up, going to be some times you think negative about yourself, but that's not who you are. That's just something that you are experiencing at that time. But you have to see things through. Don't sit there in that depression forever. Don't sit in pain forever if you can avoid it. So do things that make you happy. Do things that excite you. On my purpose journey, I have followed everything that God has asked me to do or told me to do. I have followed everything that God has told me to do as far as an assignment. God wanted me to worship him. So I started worshiping in church. I started worshiping at home first. Then somehow it got out and I started worshiping in church and became a worship leader. And that was my purpose for a while. Then I started to develop this passion for writing. So I started to write. I wrote a children's book. I started to write plays for the church, in fact, and then I started to write plays in my journal. And then that became manifested and started to work on that and do skits and plays. After that, I started to do media. Social media started to take off, and now I'm like getting paid to train people how to do social media, teaching them how to live stream, teaching them how to advertise their business on social media. Then I was asking God, I need something that's going to make me some money because I am really tired of working for these companies that does not value my work and my time. Because there's no reason why you should work 10 years as a customer service rep and then go to another company and you have to start all the way from the bottom as far as your pay. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, I have 10 years in the game. How dare you start me off with the base pay? Because that's not what we're doing here. But they did it in a way and I accepted the job. That's a totally different story. So, but anyway, I asked God, I need something that can generate more income because I'm really on this journey of self worth and working for myself. I've always wanted to work for myself, but I didn't have a plan. I didn't have turn my talents into income. So I was like, man, what? So I was like, man, God, I need something else to do that's gonna make some money because I gotta get out. I can't do this no more. And I was like, maybe I'll sell lashes. I'm like, but you don't even wear lashes. You don't know the first thing about them. You don't even have it on right now, right? So I don't wear lashes. So I said, that's not gonna work. But then, long story short, I decided to start making candles. So I researched everything that I need to know about candles. I have a line called An Ode to Scents, which will be releasing December 21st, hopefully, if everything goes well. So I was like, yes, I was so happy. I was like, yes. So I have two LLCs and I have a nonprofit. And God has just really been blessing and showing out in my life. And I'm just so grateful because I'm like this close to leaving my 9 to 5. So I'm like, everything is coming together. It's coming together. I am so happy. I haven't been this happy in a long time. And it's because I love to see things through. I love like if God gives me the vision or the plan and I can work it out and make it happen, it's happened on more than one occasion. And so I know it can be done. So I'm so grateful. Hopefully you learned something from today's video, finding your purpose, the purpose journey. Remember that it doesn't happen overnight. You're probably already in your purpose. You just haven't realized it yet. So don't be hard on yourself. Show yourself some grace. Show yourself some grace. Be patient with yourself. Things that you love, try to get even better at it. Try to know everything that you can about it because you just might be in your purpose. So, my purpose right now, so the reason that I was created, the reason why I am here, because of my suicide attempts, because of the way that I used to think, because God has delivered me from that. My purpose is to encourage others that it's not going to always be like that. Life is not supposed to be miserable. Life is great. Life is amazing with or without a spouse, or with or without the house that you want, the car that you want, with or without money. Life is worth living. You have a purpose here in the earth. And if you're having a hard time trying to discover your purpose, use what you have, use what's inside of you, do it to the best of your ability. Because I asked and because I prayed for it, God gave me my purpose. God gave me opportunities. Don't think it's going to be something so extravagant or grand. It's like I said, mine is really just encouraging people, and that's enough. That's enough for me. So hopefully this helped you a little bit with finding your purpose and not having to dig too deep. It's really already right there inside of you. It's right at your heart. Just stop running from what that is that's right in your face. It's right in your belly, right in your heart. It's right there. So stop running from it because that is where your purpose lies. So thank you so much for watching this channel. Be sure that you subscribe because we're going to try to post videos every week right here on YouTube. We're live every Thursday on Facebook Live, and YouTube Live as well. But if you found this video helpful, be sure to comment. Let me know if you want longer videos, if you want me to elaborate on anything else that I'm doing. If you want to know about my production company, Duck Jones Productions, if you would like to know about my candle line and Old 2 Cents, if you want to know about my nonprofit, Live It Out Inc., let me know in the comments. What do you want to see more of so that I can create that video for you? All right, so thank you so much for watching. I love y'all so much. Be sure to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing y'all next week.